Hi, how are you doing? Today I'm here to talk about everything I watched in March, which isn't a lot. So I'm gonna keep this into a short, so this video is short. I don't know how it happened. I feel like I was constantly watching like shows, especially in March, but like I have a very short list to talk about. So let's just delve into things. Of course, like always, timestamps to the three categories, which is seasons watched, currently watching, and movies watched, are in the description if you want to click around to see what you're interested in. Let's just begin with the first season I finished this month, which is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1. I gave this 4 stars. I talked about this last month, saying that I was very up to date with episodes until I got sick in February, and I just fell over the wagon. So my first priority for March was to finish it up because I was really enjoying the show before I got sick. So, you know, I wanted to continue watching it. And I did, and I still really enjoyed it. I do have to say that the animation isn't my personal favorite. I get why the choices that were made. It makes it look very comic booky, but I feel like it just didn't fully work for me, which is a complaint I've seen a lot for the show. But the storyline is fun, the characters are fun, and then the way the season ended has me very hyped for season 2, so I will be tuning in for that once that comes out. Then next I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3, which I give 3 stars to. This wasn't my favorite season, especially the first half. I couldn't get along with. I just thought especially my main issue is that every character except the couple were so insufferable in the first half of the season, and it was like this B-plot throughout that first half that I just despised with my entire being. So yeah, but once that got wrapped up, I do feel like the show gets a little bit better, and I did have more fun with the second half of the season. I do again think the antagonist this season was pretty weak, which also just like, I feel like shows like this really also tend to shine when the antagonist of the season, like the main antagonist of the season, is really good, and I feel like this one was a bit lackluster, so therefore it just wasn't my favorite. But this is the splitting off point. Like after this we have Angel and Buffy. We don't have it, you know, we split into 2 shows, and I'm very curious to delve into Angel's side of things, but also going to college in Buffyverse, like in the Buffy side of things. So future is looking bright. Then next I watched Marvel's Jessica Jones Season 1. I give this 4 stars. I have been very slowly trying to make my way through the Netflix Marvel universe. My plan was to do this before Daredevil Born Again came out. That didn't happen, but you know, I'm still very excited about it. I wasn't the biggest fan of Daredevil Season 1. I liked it, but I didn't get the hype, so I was very nervous to go into Jessica Jones because I feel like Daredevil is the most beloved of these Netflix shows. But I had a blast with this season. I was so obsessed with this. I ate it up. I had so much fun with it. I do have to say that especially towards the end, I do think it drags a little, but it is what kept it from being like a 5-star watch for me. But this was so enjoyable, so bingeable. I really love Jessica Jones as a character, and the story of this season, which is very interesting, very intriguing. The villain, so good. Kilgrave, the villain, so good. And his dynamic with Jessica, oh, worth watching just for that. It's just so good. And it's made me hyped to continue on with this universe. Then next I watched FC the Computer Season 4, which was a rewatch, and I gave this 4 stars. This is a show that's like in reruns on TV right now, so I'm just watching them as the reruns air. And we finished Season 4, and I have to say this one, honestly, we're starting to get into peak of the show, which I feel like is very controversial to say, because I feel like most people would call the first 4 seasons of the show peak. I feel like now it's starting to go. It's a lot of iconic episodes in the season as well. It was a lot of fun. Still not like peak, it's not there yet, but like it's leaning, and I'm very excited again to continue on with these rewatches. Then next we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 4, which I have 4 stars. So this was so much fun. I get the dislike for the season, especially with Wiley and the Initiative, which I do think is a shame because I feel like the concept of that character and that concept is very interesting. And when they first introduced it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. It wasn't. It was wasted potential, I do have to say that. But I don't know if I mentioned this while talking about Buffy, but I adore Spike. Right now he's my favorite character in the show. I love him so much, and this season he becomes main cast, and I'm eating it up. I'm loving it. And even besides that, I think the change of setting to college is just that transition was really well done. I really like the little additions to the cast we get this season, and it's a fun time. And then lastly, for the shows to watch, we have Marvel's Daredevil season 2, which I give 4 stars to. I like this more than season 1, which again I think is unpopular, but I just think the whole Frank Castle storyline is so good. Like, it's peak television, like so good. It just that when it, and this is where I get the dislike for the season, is that everything with Matt kind of going on, and with Elektra and the, what was it called, the hands, yeah, and with Elektra and the hand and stuff like that, that was very boring. I did not care about that. And I do think Matt kind of acts a bit like an ass in the season, so he wasn't my favorite. Every time he was on screen I was like which is a shame because it is his show, but like quite literally everything else going on was just so good, and I ate it all up. And that is everything I completed this month. So let's go into the currently watching. Basically, to fit into this category, I have to have watched at least 1 episode in March. So if there are shows that I talked about previously in the currently watching section I haven't finished yet, but they aren't in the currently watched anymore, I didn't make progress in them in March. That's all you gotta know. So let's delve into things first with the shows that I am technically caught up on. So there's no more episodes I can watch, but like the season is still currently airing, if that makes sense. Starting off with a classic, Milo season 2. I don't think this is gonna end. I don't, like, last month I talked about how I thought we were near the end of the season. I think this is gonna go for a long time, but I am enjoying this. We are like in a juicy bit of the storyline, and I am very excited about like the continuation of it. And then we also have like a technicality that's Witness Beyond Waverly Place season 1. I know in the US this has finished. Here in Belgium we only got it last month, and it's being released week by week, and I am fully caught up with it. I don't have anything else to watch anymore from the show, which is a shame, and I'm having so much fun. I feel like it's actually a really good revival, like a sequel series. I think it's really good. Obviously it's still intended for like a children's audience, which I don't think most people dunking on the show realize, like, you know, but I'm having actually so much fun with this week to week, and I wish I could watch more of it, but I can't. I have to wait till next week. And then the ones I am officially in the middle of, starting off with Abbott Elementary season 4. This again, we just got here in Belgium is kind of pissing me off, and I only got up until the Christmas episode because they for some reason always release the season in 2 parts, and I feel like we got so little episodes. I feel like we didn't even get half the season. Typically we get half the season in our first chunk. We only got like 8 episodes, I believe, maybe less, I don't remember, but it's the Christmas episodes. That's the last one I watched, and I'm having such a fun time with this season. Like, it's so good, and I can't wait to watch the rest. Then I'm also watching the Cult Madame season 13. These is again reruns that are going on TV, and I'm having fun watching it. I'm really liking this season actually. The last season wasn't my favorite, but this one I'm having fun with. Then Angel season 1. I have started Angel. I'm only 2 episodes in, so I don't have many thoughts, but it's a very different vibe, and especially from what I was expecting, but comparatively to Buffy, it's also very different. But I am very intrigued by it. Here we have Aziza season 2. This is a Flemish TV show, and season 3 is actually coming out in April, which is much quicker than I anticipated, and I got so behind on season 2 that I'm just now like hurriedly watching it before season 3 comes out, which I do think I'll be able to manage because I only have 3 episodes left. I also only have 3 days left, but I do think I'm going to be able to manage it. But this season is good. It's not as good as season 1, which I really loved, but it's decent. And then we have Astrid Kampune season 5, which is a rewatch, continuing on with the reruns, and yeah, only 1 episode of this has aired so far, but it's a good time. And then we already delved into the movies I watched this month, which is technically not even a movie that I watched. It's shameful, and I don't know why I locked this on Letterboxd, but it's Brighter Days Ahead, which came out in 2025, and it's Ariana Grande's short film that kind of went along with the deluxe version of her album Eternal Sunshine. It features, it's not like a music video because it is like a compilation of like a few songs going on, and none fully. I don't think there's a song that's fully in the short film. I'm not sure. It's like a lot of, it definitely also has a story element to it, but I decided to log it because I realized I logged the All Too Well short film like when that came out from Taylor Swift. So considering I felt like this was more of a story than that was, well, that was more like a music video. This felt more like actually like something. I felt like it would be unfair to kind of like log that and not log this, but I don't really have much to say about it besides the fact that I I definitely cried watching that. But that is everything I have for you today. I told you it wasn't a lot. I apologize. I don't know what to do about it. But hopefully you still enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you thought any of these shows or movies, if you watched them, as well as some of the things you watched in March. And then hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.
Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated? Should've played it cool instead of